After a quick peek through the fall, Haroona uses her Ripple ability to gather nearby ascendants around an environmental hazard. She triggers the explosive from a distance, then uses her shroud to safely move out into the open. Unsuspecting opponents can be taken down from behind as Haroona rips their shade from their corporal shells. By taking this route, Haroona also avoids a questar detector, which is a piece of Ascendant technology that detects umbric energy wielders like Haroona. From here, she can safely make her way to an isolated enemy. She could go in and take her out, but instead opts for her stepping powers. Each successive step in the sequence upgrades the controlled Ascendant's attack. With 2 available tokens, Haroona lines up 2 enemies and defeats them simultaneously with an empowered arm blast while setting up a final takedown on the remaining threat.
All clear.
In between thrilling action sets, Unveiling Awakening offers quieter exploration sequences in beautiful and detailed exotic environments. Exploring the levels and going off the beaten path can lead to useful discoveries.
So many lazy summer days beating us out at goalie. I just wish the last time we played was a better memory.
Here, Haroona uses her crush ability to destroy a wall. Then climbs on vines to reach the upper levels of the temple she's passing through.
The animals are busy today.
There, she finds an anomaly, an umbric artifact granting her noise points. She can invest them in one of her 3 skill trees to improve her abilities in various ways. Let's now move to one final encounter before we end. Ascendants are everywhere. Haroona tries the stealthy approach, but triggers the questar detector. Several opponents are alerted, but she has the tools to come out victorious. She distances herself from her assailants to assess the situation. An explosive hazard is near. The enemies are clustered. Haroona uses her stepping ability to break up and heavily damage the group. She also cleverly positions the second enemy to create an offensive opportunity as soon as she gets back to her body. On top of her physical attacks, Haroona also has access to umbric strikes, targeting the enemy's face gauge. Once full, they are staggered, opening them up for a powerful burst attack. Here, Haroona triggers a shroud to resume the fight with an advantage, but an Ascendant has already spotted her. Defeating him grants her enough tokens to step again. Haroona cleverly positions her puppets to take advantage of the environmental hazard and of the successive steps' power boosts. Hi, I'm Christophe Rossignol, Creative Director at Reflector Entertainment. I'm here to give you a sneak peek of what our upcoming action-adventure game Unveiling Awakening has to offer. Let's start with the game's prologue, Haroona and her mentor Reka are chasing Vincent and the Ascendants deep into the Mauritanian desert. They stumble upon one of their encampments, which blocks their progress. Haroona can use her picking ability to evaluate the threat and plan her next move. Here, she chooses to sneak up on a single enemy to thin the herd before heading into battle.
Found a body over here.
I'm on my way.
Haroona has access to various melee attacks, as well as unbreak abilities, like the push to efficiently dispose of her opponents. Haroona's most compelling power is stepping, through which she can briefly jump in her assailants' bodies. Let's move forward in the game to see more of Haroona's ability. As Haroona faces increasingly powerful enemies, she must get creative to survive. Here, a bruiser and several other ascendants stand in her hero's path. As soon as the encounter starts, Haroona pushes an enemy into a fire hazard to neutralize surrounding threats. Unbreak abilities, like the pull, require arm energy, a resource that fills back up through melee combat. Stepping tokens, on their part, are granted by defeating enemies. Ascendants will sometimes try to keep their distance. Good thing she can reel them in with a pull. The Bruiser is a dangerous opponent. Haroona must juggle between all her abilities to take him out, while Luther takes care of lesser threats. With the range Ascendant taken care of, she can focus her offensive on the Bruiser. Haroona blocks his punches, lands a few hits, and evades his grappling attempt, opening him up for a counterattack.
You play as Haroona, a young woman with impressive supernatural abilities. Brought to life on screen by renowned actress Anya Chalotra. A big part of Haroona's uniqueness comes from her attunement to the Fold, a mysterious realm that overlaps our own. Under her mentor Reka's guidance, Haroona learns to control her connection to the Fold, which grants her incredible powers and propels her into a world of hidden secrets and long-lost knowledge. Haroona eventually becomes the target of the Ascendants, a splinter faction of the Leap Year Society, looking to alter the course of history by tapping into the Fold's power. She and her allies realize that they are the only ones who can stop them from meddling with forces that should better be left untouched. Encounters with Ascendants can be approached in many different ways, thanks to Haroona's combat and stealth abilities. She can engage in physical combat, depleting her enemy's HP bar, or use her Umbric talents to fill up their phase gauge. Once full, targets enter a phased state, making them susceptible to brutal burst attacks. Haroona can also approach encounters by taking advantage of her Fold-powered skills to scout out her enemies, isolate them, and take them down silently. Her Shroud ability is especially useful, allowing her to vanish from her opponent's sight, even while engaged in combat. One of the most impressive skills in Haroona's arsenal is her stepping ability. By using the Fold to project herself into her target's body, she takes control of them for a brief moment, during which she can set up a devastating chain of events. Performing takedowns and defeating enemies during open combat awards you with stepping tokens. The more tokens you earn, the more steps you can take in a single instance, and the more powerful the attacks on your victims become. Each Ascendant archetype that Haroona steps into offers her different offensive opportunities. Experiment with different combinations of enemies to grasp the full extent of Haroona's power. Unlike her stepping power, Haroona's Umbric abilities are fueled by Umbric energy, known as Om. You can replenish these energy reserves by engaging in physical combat. It's also possible to upgrade Haroona's skill set and supercharge her abilities. Look out for anomalies peppered throughout each chapter, and use them to customize Haroona's powers to fit your playstyle. Unknown 9 Awakening is but one of the many entry points into Unknown 9's narrative universe, in which the destinies of dozens of characters are weaved together through space and time, with the Fold standing as a continuous common thread between them. These adventures revolve around different esoteric mysteries and supernatural occurrences witnessed around the globe. All stories stand independent from one another and are spread across several mediums, including novels, podcasts, comic books, and web series, slowly unraveling the secrets at the heart of the Unknown 9 universe. Like Haroona, your time has now come to step